There are two books that I Good morning and happy spring if you live in the northern hemisphere. It's finally warm enough to watch the sunrise without freezing, and it's also rising earlier, so that means less darker mornings. While I really love the gloominess of autumn and winter mornings and reading by candlelight, which I'm still kind of doing anyway, but I'm really glad that the mornings are getting lighter and that we're finally getting more sunlight. Good morning. Today I woke up around 6:30. Since it's still pretty early, I just decided to have my breakfast in bed and read a bit until I'm also mentally awake. There are two books that I started. With the first one, I think I'm about halfway through at this point. While I really like the setting of this one, and I'm really enjoying getting to know the characters and the little neighborhood that she's in, there's one thing I liked less about this book is that it felt a little bit rushed at the start, because the first time she moves in with her uncle, she's pretty distraught and she's sleeping a lot because of how heartbroken she is. Basically pretty quickly, I don't think even halfway through this book, she was already getting kind of back on her feet. Maybe the healing process that she was going through felt a little bit rushed to me. The second book that I started is this large one. It's The Count of Monte Cristo. It starts, I think, in 1815, where a ship arrives in Marseille. A young sailor named Edmond Dantes, he's immediately introduced as a very loyal, hardworking guy. He was actually in charge because the captain died while they were on the ship. During this entire process, he apparently did such a good job that the ship owner wants to make him captain, and there are obviously other people that are not very happy with this. One pretty important thing is that Edmond Dantes, he made a suspicious stop at an island called Elba. At the time, this is where Napoleon is exiled, which of course makes it kind of politically risky for him to do, I guess, especially in the position that he's in. But this was basically just because he was following kind of a last wish of the captain to deliver a letter. So that's it for the books that I'm currently reading, though this one is quite chunky and a commitment. And there is also another classic that I really want to get into. It's East of Eden by John Steinbeck. For now, I guess I'm just going to read a bit and then get ready to go into town. I really want to pop into the bookstore because I did see that they have East of Eden in stock in my local bookstore, so I might just go there and get it and see if I'm going to start that one or The Count of Monte Cristo. As you can see here, I'm also packing a CD to bring with me in the car. I've been getting back into CDs the past year, and one of my favorites right now is Norah Jones. This was always on the radio when I was a kid, and I still love her as much today, to be honest. When I arrived at this bookstore, I was like, I'm not gonna ask anyone right away for East of Eden and where it is, because I like looking for the books, but I was looking, especially in the classics section, and I just couldn't find it. And then I asked the girl at the counter, and she was like, yeah, let me show you where it is. And she started looking for it. 1 second later, she's found it. I felt so stupid. Like, what's wrong with my searching skills? I'm finally making my first iced coffee of the season, and I kind of messed it up, to be honest. I didn't stir well enough, but you know, it was still good. It was still good nonetheless. So I'm just on the floor reading, and the thing that I said earlier about the start of this book, about it being a little rushed, I still feel like she could have used a bit more experience at the store itself, but it does make a bit more sense now that I've continued reading it. I also decided I wanted to start this one instead of The Count of Monte Cristo. It might be nice to bring The Count of Monte Cristo with me on my summer road trip. I thought it might be nice to just have one book with me and kind of make it a goal to finish it within that time span. I know it's a lot, but I might try it out. Spending time here and just reading a bit in the sun by the river was so nice. Like, the sun was making the river look so pretty, and there were so many people just sitting and enjoying the warm weather without their phones. It was really nice and kind of calming to see. I'm really glad that I went without my phone and just took my camcorder and my book.